何か用か?
Hey, you asshole game reviewer, why do you keep reviewing sequels to games rather than the original part 1s? Relax, my unnecessarily impatient audience member, for even though the title of this game is Waku Waku 7, it is in fact not a sequel, but a standalone game. But you rudely brought up a great point. Just what is an English speaker with no knowledge of Japanese onomatopoeic expressions to think of an unusual title like Waku Waku 7? On its face, it kind of does look like Part 7 in the Waku Waku series, whatever the hell that would be. Well, Waku Waku is a little bit hard to directly translate to English. Japanese is full of onomatopoeic expressions like this. You may have heard of Puyo Puyo, or Cheeky Cheeky Boys, or Doki Doki Panic. Basically, Waku Waku means exciting, and 7 refers to the number of magic balls the main characters are on a quest to collect. So perhaps a better title for this game would have been The Exciting Balls.
Oh my.
Well, let me work on that one. In any case, it's a fighting game, and a criminally underrated and largely overlooked one. The story follows the various protagonists who are all on a quest to collect the 7 legendary Waku Waku balls. The one who collects all 7 will have a wish granted. Can't help but think that sounds familiar. Anyway, the odd assortment of fighters to choose from includes Maru, a large forest creature who is very cute despite his booming deep voice, and who befriends a little lost girl. What's that film again? Or Dandy J, a treasure hunter who wears a fedora and fights with a whip. Well, the main character is the very original Rai, an energetic young man out on a quest to continually improve his skills. Well, as you could probably tell by now, this is not your typical fighter that tries to cash in on the blood and guts aspect of fighting games, or tries to stick to a more or less serious, action-oriented storyline. It's a parody. It's a parody of video games and the whole anime, manga culture in general. And you know what? It's truly hilarious. It was published by my beloved SNK in 1996, but it was actually developed by Sunsoft. You may remember them as the makers of such old-school classics as Blaster Master, Lemmings, and the arcade game Spy Hunter, among many others. In fact, whenever I hear the word Sunsoft, this music plays in my head. Waku Waku 7, just like the Samurai Showdown series, is a many-layered onion with several levels to explore. But while Samurai Showdown was mostly concerned with ancient Japanese culture and music, Waku Waku 7 is all about pop culture and otaku culture. The main story about collecting 7 magic balls that will grant you a wish is a pretty obvious nod to Dragon Ball, or as the game puts it at the opening cinematic, who will be victorious in the bitter battle to become the owner of all the balls? Victory or defeat, it all lies in your hand. So how about calling the game Exciting Balls? Subtitle, It All Lies in Your Hand.
Oh my.
Anyway, getting back to the characters, Arena is another main character who is a cute high school girl with rabbit ears. She's not based on anything in particular, but a loose parody of half-human, half-animal characters that are often in manga. There is Polytank C, which is a send-up of police tanks from the manga Dominion, Tank Police. Piloted by police officer Chojuro with his dog Hamsuke. And I have no idea what the significance is, but Chojuro's family name is Tokugawa, as in Shogun Tokugawa, as in warlord ruler who unified Japan through conquest Tokugawa. Anyway, there is Tess, a robot maid trying to use the wish to save the professor who created her. She's kind of a nod to the whole maid cafe fetish. There is Slash, a demon and wandering swordsman, friendly with humans. Even though Dandy J is clearly modeled on Indiana Jones, known as Indy Jones in Japan, he's also known to the character Joseph Joestar from the manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And while Rai takes some inspiration from Street Fighter's Ryu, he's actually more modeled on Kenso from King of Fighters. And if you really want to go back in SNK lore, how many people out there knew that Kenso and Athena make appearances in one of my much-loved NES games, Crystallis? No, the real character who is based on Ryu is the mini-boss character, Bonus-kun. What more can I say? He's hilarious! He's a living punching bag from the Punching Bag Planet who strives to hone his skills. His moves even comically parody Ryu's Shoryuken Uppercut, Tatsumaki Hurricane Kick, and Hadouken Fireball. The last boss fight is a nod to the Japanese kaiju genre of thrashing all around Tokyo. And there's just something so hilariously stupid about him being named Fernandez. Now, don't go thinking this is just a goofy game with no thought or effort being put into the fighting system. This game is so special because it does everything right. The actual fighting is great. The characters have different and balanced movesets, and all the action feels very fluid and responsive. Even a middle-of-the-road player like myself, who is almost always glued to fierce buttons like a lot of us old schoolers are, I found it very easy and satisfying to land combos. In fact, the only problem is it can be a little bit too easy, especially for high-level players. Even the last boss can be easy if you're willing to be cheap. Every character has a special move called the Hara Hara move, another onomatopoeia, which is kind of announced by a siren fanfare. It can be unblockable or very difficult to dodge, but the trade-off is it needs to be charged, leaving you vulnerable as the siren is going off saying, "Hey, hit me in the face!" You can also build meters to do special attacks, like going into super mode, which inflicts more damage, and other enhanced special moves. This feature is unique to the game Waku Waku 7, as with each fight, you gain another Waku Waku ball from your defeated opponent, and can therefore store more meters. Oh, okay, I got it. Let's call this game Beat Everyone Off and Grab Their Balls.
Oh my. Oh my.
There is a clear line between anime and video games that are so childish, they make you feel like an idiot for playing them.
See you later, Lady Yuna. Kindergarten, move out!
And ones like this, that know just how silly they're being, invite you in and say, "Hey, let's goof off and have some fun." It's bright, it's funny, it's colorful, and something about its positivity always puts me in a good mood. Do yourself a favor and never forget about this awesome game, Waku Waku 7.